It is Friday. It is weekly close for uranium. A bit of a, I wouldn't call it a boring week, but a very highly not surprising week from a price action point of view. Closing the gap, retesting some highs for both stocks and ETFs. Yeah, it's good. The price action, I like it. As always, guys, like, subscribe, and yeah, give me a comment if you agree or disagree, so we can have a chat here, so I can learn something from you, and hopefully you can learn something from me. That's why we do this, to share knowledge and ideas and views, and then we can have a discussion and hopefully learn something. Uh, yeah, that was today's knowledge. What's it called? Information. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Let's look at the charts here. Uranium spot price down to, I think, $99. Right now it says 101, but I think we are a bit lower here. It hasn't updated yet. Funny thing, people are already bearish. Anyways, but look at the move. I mean, holy petrol. I mean, this is just an amazing move here again. And as I mentioned many times, to me, just getting up to here and go sideways for a bit would be very much appreciated, just to have a pause, create a base. So when we go higher, we have more momentum, more solid ground, and we have rested for, like, I don't know, half a year, whatever, and then we can break the all-time high. But yeah, let's see what happens here. Very difficult to do some TA on that stuff there. To me, this is just a tiny blip. We also had a tiny blip here from like 73 down to 68, and now we have dropped, the same amount once again. So definitely still, the trend is strong to the upside, no doubt about it. For URA, I want to go to the 1 hourly. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Don't get confused. That's just me doing some very bad lines, but I just wanted to get that trend line in there, and then we had some sort of support coming over here. So that, but now we did break out, tag the highs there, and now we closed the gap finally right here, and we're holding. I want to get above that long-term trend line here. Actually, you can see it goes way back, 15 years. You can see it right there on the daily. I think that should be the main goal, quite quickly, to get back above. So yeah, again, we closed the gap. We did what we did expected could happen, and again, I also agree. I think that the move here is very, very controlled. Nothing major of a spill here. I think the URNM shows it a bit better. Huge breakout. We remember the gap there and the move up very strongly. I think URNM was up 7-8%, and ever since, a beautiful bullish consolidation down toward the gap fill and the previous all-time highs, but also this green support. So to me, there's no worries looking at this at the moment. That could happen, obviously, if you start to move down there. Then short term, that's not good. However, for now, I'm very confident at the moment. But again, we got to look at both sides of the coin. But for now, looking at this and the amount of times I've seen this break to the upside, is way more than a move to the downside there. So I think I will, just for good measure, that is on top of my head, the way we will go there. URNJ, excuse me. We haven't closed the gap, but again, this one is way more erratic than URNM and URA. But we're definitely sitting here on top. You can see it right there. We're sitting on the top of the upper golden right there. Also, the move to me is very controlled, and it's still huge move up and sideways action. To me, that's just a bullish setup all over. Until proven otherwise, I'm very bullish. We need to go to daily here, actually, and we want to remove some stuff here from Wednesday. Still in this kind of blue megaphone pattern there. Nothing big to report, really. other than hopefully we hold here, and then we will go higher. We definitely have the, the 1, 2, 3 touch with a bit of a dip below. But again, if this is the real thing, we could actually go quite heavily to the upside. But again, we need to find which direction it breaks. XLE against URNM. You remember, we looked at the weekly, we called for a retrace. That's exactly what we get here. Exactly. And again, we could go all the way up to 1.67. A retest of that pivot there and this breakdown here. And then we will see what happens really. But the angle compared to other times, move down sideways, huge snap down, and then you can see the angle in is the same as the angle out. That's always a stronger sign compared to the others where you have bear flagging and so on. So this is kind of like a V shape. So XLE could set up here. If all really want to move, I think XLE could do quite well over the next few weeks. URNM against overall commodities. Again, a red week, excuse me, after we have that huge green candle there into the all-time highs in the ratio, and now we're coming back down here again. It looks like we want to break the rising wedge, which is fine, and hopefully we can start to somehow regain control, and then we will break higher, into the year. But definitely, when we get to previous big all-time highs, you usually have rotation in and out of different sectors. Now, URNM against Bitcoin. We looked at the chart yesterday here. Bitcoin having a great day, 5% or so today. A beautiful green day, retesting a big level. But we're breaking down here once again. So again, this could be that we are coming into favor for Bitcoin against URNM. Again, if we get below there, to me, it's a done deal. Bitcoin is a better play. And if we get above that golden there, URNM is the better play. So we will have some confirmation here within the next few weeks, which one is the better play. So very quickly, URNM against the NASDAQ. Bit of a deeper retrace that I would have liked, getting below the flag here. So let's see how this evolves. But again, given this setup in URNM right now, with that tiny 1 hourly bull flag into the previous breakout lines, hopefully we will start to see a green candle next week, within the next few weeks. Same thing again here for URNM against SPY, retesting the upper flag right there. Again, we want this to hold, otherwise it could be some sort of a fake out here. XLE against the SPX, bouncing. Want to remove my beautiful lines here. Add exactly the bull flag, the purple bull flag right there. So again, we're seeing a bounce. I'm not calling for like a straight move up, but definitely we see a bounce, and then we watch and see how and if it can evolve into anything meaningful. Iranian spot price against Bitcoin here, breaking out, retesting from above. Depending on how you look at it, we might be a bit below, but anyways, a bit of a nasty weekly candle here at that previous high there. So definitely want to watch here again for Bitcoin in relation to the spot price. Finally, we have a red week. Not finally, I'm not cheering for it, but uranium spot price against gold, getting a bit of a dip here. And yeah, let's see how it evolves. Very, very oversold. The move is insanely strong, broken wedge to the upside. So let's see. Same thing again here against silver. Nothing new, really. I did a post here as well that I think we could actually, again, I said it before, but there are some evidence that we could actually do the retest as we speak. If I remember correctly, there it is. That's the channel right there, there. So again, that doesn't look like that's totally out of the woods to do that kind of move, right? Into the retest, into the channel, then we can blast higher. Let's do it in my book. Let's just get it over with. It doesn't mean that uranium spot price will go down, 40%, maybe 10%, 15%. Meanwhile, gold and silver goes up 30, 25%, whatever. Also here, you can see the reasoning for that move down. Let's just get that retest over in my view. Again, same channel, more or less. So I think the call is it has a decent probability. It's not just something that I say, just because I want to post something. So I think it makes sense. Let's see how it evolves. Obviously, we don't know, but we are definitely into heavy resistance here for this ratio, where we could start to see some outperformance by gold over the next few months. Yeah, that is it. Uranium, boring week. Next week, we want to see this bad boy. I think that's my main focus. This blue bull flag, in my view, should be what everyone is looking at. And we want this to resolve to the upside, obviously. And then we can start to maybe curl higher. And then we are good to go. That that is the blue that is the blue bull flag. That was very difficult for me to say that we are looking at for next week. Yep, that's it. That's all I have, guys. Again, uranium still looks good. Still looks good. Again, boring week the past 2 weeks. People are bearish already because spot price is down $5, whatever. In my view, that's just a, a good thing to hear that people are already getting a bit bored with the trade. Beautiful. That's it, guys. Have a great weekend, and thank you for tuning in. All that good stuff, blah, blah. Guys, we will see you next week for uranium. Hopefully, we resolve to the upside here. That is ideal.